Welcome to the Host with Confidence podcast. I'm Becky Guzak, here to empower the hesitant host to entertain with confidence and ease. I'll be sharing stories, strategies, and inspiration on how to take out the stress and boost up the joy of welcoming guests into your home. Okay, let's get started. Welcome. Today, we're diving into one of my favorite ways to bring people together during the colder months, a cozy soup party. There's just something about gathering around warm bowls of delicious soup that feels comforting and intimate. Plus, it's an easy way to feed anywhere from a few people to a larger crowd stress-free. If you love the idea of hosting a get-together that's low-key, satisfying, and packed with flavor, this episode is for you. And one of my favorite things about soup is that it can be made ahead of time, either a day before or even weeks ahead and frozen. So you can focus on enjoying your guests instead of being stuck in the kitchen. A soup party is all about creating a welcoming atmosphere where everyone can enjoy themselves. It's also versatile. Whether you're serving one big pot or a couple of soups, there's a recipe for every vibe. Before diving into the details, let's talk about setting an intention or the purpose for your soup party. And one of my favorite ways to do that is to focus on making everyone feel included with a menu that works for different diets. Take a moment to think about what you want this gathering to feel like. Maybe it's about making everyone feel included with a menu that works for different diets, keeping the evening low stress for yourself, or just having an opportunity to connect. Having that intention in mind makes planning so much easier and keeps everything on track. The star of your party is the soup, so I like to start by thinking about my guests first. Are there vegetarians, pescatarians, or meat lovers? Are there any serious allergies to consider? From there, some popular winter soups include broccoli cheese, lentil, I love Italian wedding or lasagna soup, taco soup, hearty winter vegetable, or even a seafood chowder. Pick a crowd-pleasing recipe like a loaded baked potato soup or a chicken noodle and set out plenty of toppings so guests can customize. Once you've decided on your soups, let's talk toppings. These examples can be tailored to fit your theme or your guests' preferences. And here's a tip. If you're offering a variety of soups, there is no shame in purchasing a favorite from your local grocery store instead of making everything from scratch. Just be sure to taste it first and think about ways you can doctor it up if needed. For example, I do love a specific clam chowder that's in the freezer section. And my local store has a great chili, but I like to add a bit more spice and serve it with a handful of toppings to make it even better. Here's some ideas for toppings. Crunchy options such as croutons, toasted nuts, or pumpkin seeds. Creamy additions like sour cream or Greek yogurt, shredded cheese, or a drizzle of pesto. Fresh herbs like parsley, dill, cilantro, or chopped green onions. Extras like salsa, hot sauce, toasted coconut, or even crumbled bacon. And the staples, a nice olive oil, vinegar, sea salt, and cracked pepper. If you want to make the evening even more memorable, consider tying everything to a theme. Let it guide your soup choice and toppings. For example, Italian night. Serve a rich minestrone with toppings like Parmesan, pesto, and fresh basil, paired with a crusty focaccia. Maybe a southwestern flair, a smoky chili with shredded cheddar, tortilla chips, and a dollop of guacamole. Or comfort classics, a creamy tomato bisque with grilled cheese croutons and a sprinkle of chives. Themes can make the evening feel a little more unique, cohesive, and special. The easiest way to serve soup is to set it out buffet style. Keep your pot warm on the stove or in a slow cooker and let the guests serve themselves. Label the soup with cute tent cards that will include its name and a brief list of ingredients. This is especially helpful for guests with allergies or dietary preferences. Use mugs, bowls, or a combination of whatever you have. Hot tip: make sure the bowls aren't too cold as they can cool the soup quickly. You can warm them in a low oven or fill them with hot water then empty just before serving. I like to use a tea kettle for this. If you're offering more than one type of soup, small bowls or mugs encourage sampling, letting guests try different soups and find their favorites. It's a fun and interactive way to enjoy the meal. Toppings are where the magic happens. They're not just garnish, they're a conversation starter. Set out a variety of options so guests can mix and match to their heart's content. Bread is another essential. A good crusty baguette, cornbread, or sourdough pairs beautifully with most soups. Slice it ahead of time or let guests tear off rustic chunks. Don't forget the butter, plain or herb infused, to elevate the experience. For an added touch of warmth, dim the lights, light some candles, and set up a playlist that enhances the cozy, relaxed atmosphere you want to foster. The goal is to create a space where everyone feels relaxed and at home. Soup often means leftovers, so why not send your guests home with a little taste of the evening? Provide small containers so they can take some home for lunch the next day, leaving a lasting impression. It's a thoughtful way to wrap up the evening. So there you have it, everything you need to host a cozy soup party that's as enjoyable for you as it is for your guests. Whether you're sticking with one signature soup or going all out with a theme and toppings, the key is to keep it warm, welcoming, and fun. Thank you for tuning in today. If you have any questions, topics, suggestions, or stories to share, I'd love to hear from you through our website, hostwithconfidencepodcast.com. Until next time, happy hosting. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Host with Confidence podcast. I hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to help you along your hosting journey. Please remember that the key to hosting with confidence is all about embracing your unique style, having a plan, and enjoying the process alongside your guests. If you like this episode, please subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite platform. Your feedback and support are greatly appreciated and helps us build a stronger community.
Cheers!